Okay. Okay. So for some reason I can't see it on my big computer. It doesn't want to switch pictures to something else. See, it, all right, come on. Hey, Jennifer. I know it's up because you're there, but for some reason I can't see it on my big computer, YouTube channel. You know how you go up and click, go live. For some reason on my main computer it's not wanting to do it. Yeah. Especially when you're fairly new at doing this. Okay, and I'm going to try this again. Anyhow, I find it easier to talk when I go live because I feel like I'm talking to somebody rather than just recording and pretending I'm talking to somebody. I don't know. Oh, learn from me? I don't know. All right, now it's there. I mean, I'm just as well. I'm learning it too. Yay. I'm not sure why I was doing what it was doing, but it's not doing it now, so that's good. Yay. All right. I have been very, very slow working on this picture. And I guess because it's so detailed that when I'm done with a section, I'm like, okay, I need a break. And then I come back and do a little more, and then I take a break. I'm not sure why this one and not some other ones. Maybe it's because I'm following a different artist for this one than I had with the others. You've had a channel 3 months. Awesome. It's more of, for me, the software that I'm using. It's frustrating to navigate, and you've got to kind of do two things at once. I mean, why can't we just use YouTube to go live? Why do we have to use a different app to hook to it? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the YouTube one doesn't work well. I don't know. But that's okay. I'll figure it out eventually. Thanks for the compliment on the page. I've been following Chris Ching on this one, And I think part of it, I don't know, the frustration, that's a too strong a word. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. I have to say, I guess I'm proud of myself. um, yeah, you use an OBS and you follow the bouncing balls. I can't even explain it now. But what I'd like to do is just a better job of videos, you know. And I would like to figure out how to do voiceovers. That would be kind of fun. Hey, Shannon. Thanks for coming in. I saw that Connie was going to be on about noonish here, and I thought I'd go ahead and jump in and do a live. I think I'm liking Tuesdays and Fridays. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Chris Chang is amazing. And because she doesn't show how to do each and every flower, I feel like it's a combination of my page and her page, kind of. So it's kind of fun. You know, the thing that is my favorite to do on this page are the birds. I really enjoy coloring the birds. That was really fun. The clouds, I kind of figured out what she was doing, but after I'd already done it, and what she does there is very small circles, just the smallest circles. So yeah, I'm not quite done with the houses. I feel like I need to color in some of these windows. All right, so let's go ahead and finish this. Work on these. Okay, now I can tell you a little bit about the Artex, a little more about the Artex since I've been working with them a lot. Now this really only applies to this paper because I haven't done an extensive picture on other paper yet. But on this one I've noticed that some of the Artex pencils, they don't blend well on this paper. Some of them do. When you're using them in combination with Prismas, they do well. And let me show you, when I was writing down, excuse the bad handwriting, writing down what I was using for each section of the picture, you notice that I've got some Prismacolors here because they didn't look the Artex equivalent. There wasn't an Artex equivalent, and or not a very good one. Or I liked, you know, hey Don, or I liked the color of it a little better. And then I tried really hard. I said, all right, it doesn't matter if it's not exact. I'm going to use the Artex anyway. And I did that here. You can see I don't have a P beside it. And now on the post was fine. I didn't have so much trouble with that. But when it came to some of the flowers, and what do I got here? The bottom left flower. I don't know if you can tell, but as I'm going, I'm starting to use more Prismas. So I'm really mixing them together. And then sometimes I'll write somewhere in here, I don't know which one it was. Oh, like this burnt ochre. I started to use the Artex one, and I didn't like how that was working on these other colors, so I switched to the Prisma. Lime peel is fine. Fern green is fine. I kind of wish I'd have took more extensive notes, like, okay, I switched to this color after this thing. So you see right here, I'm starting to do more Prismas. And then over here, I started using more Prismas. And then I would switch. And this one you can see mostly Prismas here. So I think it just depends on the color and the paper that you use them on. That's kind of that way with Prismas. It doesn't work well on this kind of paper at all. But strangely enough, Black Widows work great on this, and Polly's. All right, let me catch up with the Bright. Still doing okay. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, Shannon. I didn't know that's what happened. I'll be praying too. Yeah. I'm thinking in the Amazon books, Amazon paper. They probably will be fine, but I want to keep using them so that I can let you know what I find. So yeah, that's my update or current news on the pencils. Down here in the leaves, I remember this now. I switched completely to Prismas when I started to do the leaves because I didn't like how the feel of the Artex was on that. Maybe it's certain colors just don't do well and some do well just fine. Maybe in a combination with Prismas. Something else I just remembered too, yay, is it only builds to a certain number of layers. Whereas with Prismas, you can layer a lot. You know, if you're doing light work, you can layer and layer and layer. Whereas the Artex, you layer a little bit and then suddenly it's not working very well. Then you can, that's probably what I did the most, was switching to the Prisma, because you can keep making layers with that. You have a watercolor addiction? Good. Yeah, I do like my pencils. I don't have another set of pencils that I'm really aching to have. I pretty much, well, I have enough. I mean, probably too many. I mean, there's some that I'm like, I'm not using those. Can I sell those? I'm very, very excited about using the, sorry, I've got fibro brain this morning. It's raining and sleeting here. It's very cold, so it's like, can I go back to bed? I'm very excited to use the soft pastel sticks. They're pencils, not sticks. Well, I guess they're sticks. The what is it called? Carbothellos. I'm excited about learning to use those. And oh, guess what I did, Shannon? If she's still here, I ordered. Dun dun dun. I ordered the Paul Rubens 72. I know I was going to color, but I wanted to tell you all this. Partly the OCD in me wanted to know what colors are in each of the Paul Rubens sets. You've got your 50, your 72, your 26 or 36 of what do you call it, pastel colors. Oil pastels, that's funny. And you've got some glitter, and there's some called brights. Anyhow, so what I did was I wrote down all of the colors that were in the 50, and then I went back through the list of the 72, checking off the ones that were included from the 50. And then I did the same thing with the, was it the 36 or the 26? I think it was the 36 pastel colors, and marked which ones were in there, and then everything's that's left is what's included in just that set. And I decided to get the 72. Yeah, I decided to get the 72 because it had some of the 50 and it had some of the pastels. So I felt like it was more of a, and then you've got ones that aren't in any of the other sets. So I felt like that was a better balance, because if I got the 50, I wouldn't get any of the pastel colors, I think, except, well, whites in the pastel. Well, the 36, not in the 26. It's got the gold and silver and the white that you would find in the pastel color. Yeah. So that's all that to say is that I got the 72 because it was, it had more variety in it from the other sets. And I don't know if I'll get the 50 and get the other pastel so I could have all of them, but right now I think 72 with that much variety will work really well. Oh yeah, the metallics too. I think mine is 48. I've had mine a while. I have 48 pastel and metallic. Yeah. Is the metallic, is it very metallic-y, or is it just kind of sparkly, or what would you rate those as? Yeah. Oh, I have to tell you something else I got. It's because of the colorist, the artist Blackbean. I got the Crayola ones. They were only $5. I said, all right, for $5, I can try these. And if they're terrible, I can just, you know, give them to my little cousin. Then I started to, this is the first drawing that coloring that I started with them. And since I had 3 of each, really, I mean, as far as small sets go, this is pretty balanced. I mean, you get 3 greens and 3 reds and almost 3 oranges, 3 yellows, browns, even got this pink in here. Well, it's called peach, but it looks pinky. 3 blues, really 4 blues. And you've got your silver and gold and black and white. So, I mean, as far as these goes, they're better. And I'll tell you something that I got, I don't know, almost a year ago, were these. They were, it was on another channel's list of affiliate links. And I said, ooh, I'll try those. Because the picture makes these look like really big pastels. So I got them in the mail and I go, man, those are really small. But it doesn't matter to me now, but I started to use them and they don't blend that well. And I actually put them in my little trash here next to my table. And then I decided, I wonder if there's something I could do with these oil pastels. I don't really want to give them to my little cousin because I want to give her good stuff. I don't want to give her crap. Anyhow, so these were surprisingly soft. And I almost said, I think I'll just stick with these. But, you get to coveting other people's stuff, which isn't that great. And you go, I want that. But it did show me, though, when I was using them, that I like oil pastels. I want to keep trying working with them. And so I got the big set. Yeah, they are so fun. Wasn't I supposed to be working on this? See, this is what I did when I would avoid working on this because she didn't, she made me stretch myself and do some of these flowers without her assistance. When she was doing the grass, she only did a certain spot and then suddenly the next frame, all of this was done and I thought, oh no. So I said, all right, I'll just go slow. And pretty soon I'd gotten it done. When will they be to my house? It says Friday because we're having a winter storm right now. It's interesting that most everything I'm looking up says Friday and then some say Saturday, but I'm thinking Friday's going to be a really busy day for the mail. Yeah. All right. Yes, so I had to stretch myself. Now then, one thing I did do was I looked at her completed sections and just kind of went with that. It's just easier for me. This was a very hard one to do. Can you see that? Yeah. It's supposed to be kind of in shadow, and I kind of feel like now I want to erase that and just kind of put in more red and less dark. But anyhow, it could be that her hand is over it and it's a shadow area. So I'm like, I'm going to have to just jump in here and go from memory. Okay, we're using carmine red here. I'm going to zoom in because, oh, I'm already zoomed. All right. I've got like 3 different windows open. If I make you sick, I'm sorry. Okay. Crossing fingers that works. Now, the camera's right here. How am I supposed to color? All right. I'm gonna have to zoom out a little because I can't color like that. Getting a light. Carmine red. And something I noticed though with the petals is that as flowers or grass or leaves, you don't have to do it exactly like the artist has done. It's almost impossible to do that. Anyway, let's see if I can't move this over. I think I would like to learn better camera skills. You can look at it, and if you if you go, oh, she didn't have that there. Oh, well, my flower has that. And that's kind of loosened me up a little bit, not to be so, well, I can think of a good word, but it begins with an A. To be so upset about not getting it exactly. I mean, I would like to get it exactly like she does, at least with the way she is layering her colors. Okay, Liz, let me know how the 5 set works. The 5 set? Oh, I'm so sorry, Shannon. Okay, if you get the pastel set, then you're going to have see the check marks ones, those are, woo, those are the ones that are in the 72, but look at all the ones that are in the 50. I mean, all of these are in the 50, but I'm saying ones that are not in the 72. So if you already have the 50, you could just get the pastel ones. And I mean, you still are going to get a lot of colors, a lot of good colors. Oh, I thought you said you had the 50. The 48, it's 48, not 50. I wonder if it's got one less, white. Oh, okay, okay. Well, you might just look to see what ones are in the older one. Maybe they're different ones than the ones in the new 50. Four whites, yeah. I did see a couple ones that had 4 whites in it. And then I saw one, oh, here's a question for you, Shannon. When you're using your oil pastels, do you just use your hand to hold them, like, you know, like a pencil? Or do you use one of those little, I don't know, little pastel holders? Because one of the sets I was looking at had 2 of them in it. And I thought, do I really need that? Okay. I put them on a palette, most of them. Oh, okay, so you rub them down on the palette and then take it up with, would you add, well, you couldn't add water, but I mean, maybe I should watch you do one of your pastel pictures. Oh. It's so hard to keep my hand out of the screen and be close up. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. I'm taking so long to do this. Poppy red. Hey, Melissa. Yeah, I'm thinking, have y'all found a guy named Jason something? Is it Jason? It's wildlife art or something like that. And he's like a pastel genius or something. And that's, now, sorry, that's for chalk pastels. Not chalk pastels, chalk pencils. I think he uses the other the oil pastels also. I'm really not sure what I'm doing. I want to follow one of her videos. I'm just going by memory. But there's an ugly stage you got to get through. I hate the ugly stage. That would be a good video song for colors. I hate the ugly stage. I hate the ugly stage. Why did I do that? That was still exciting. Now the not raspberry. It's not raspberry yet. Wait a minute, it is raspberry. Okay, raspberry. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm still in my pajamas. Don't judge. No judging. No judging. Scarlet. Will I get this done today? That's the question. I don't know. Here's this salmon pink. I noticed she does a lot of flicking in her petals as well as in the bird feathers. I wish I had another bird to show y'all how she did that, but you can go look at her page, her video, and see it. Did I think I put some of that down here. Looks like Mickey Mouse or a mouse or something. $70 will be here tomorrow. I really should not have my card attached. I'm telling you what, the struggle is real, Shannon. The struggle is real. So I've got that Amazon card thing in addition to our regular card being on there. I've got my own card from doing teaching. They put the money in my own account, and so I've got that attached. I've got to be careful of that one. And yeah, the struggle is real. It's real. Black raspberry. You know what? I think I'm gonna go back to. I think I'm gonna go back to carmine red. This is so challenging without watching a tutorial. I'm stretching myself, y'all. Well, we can be in debt together. What I was doing this I was doing this habit, is that how to say it? I had this bad habit of, when I first got the Amazon card, to buy a bunch of stuff, of the same stuff, and try them out. I mean, this wasn't just art supplies, this was clothes. And this is hard for me to find clothes I like. And then I would send back what I didn't want. Let's do raspberry again. And so then poor Steve, he was taking back lots of stuff to the post office every day, to where they would say, "Thank you, Mr. Harris." Thought that was funny. And then there was a day that I just had too many things, and I said, "Well, if you take me up there, I will go in and do it." And he said, "Okay, that's nice." Yeah, no. What do you think about the oil pastels that are water soluble? I can't imagine that an oil pastel would be water soluble, but maybe it is. Okay, I think I want a little more orange down here. And a little more in the middle. And a little more here. A little more here. Then I want to go back to the raspberry. No, this one. The black raspberry. I really love black raspberry. I'm going to try to make this one more shadowy. Thanks, Dawn. Uh-oh. Oh no! I did a thing. That's better. Oh, I must be concentrating hard if I'm not saying anything. I'm concentrating. Concentrate. Okay, so I don't have my indigo. out. So I'm going to use the indigo blue from Artex. I'm going to color this little bit indigo blue, and then use, where is it? Where is it? My precious. Where's the lime peel? I didn't put it back. It didn't fall. Oh no. Maybe I stuck it back in there. No, it's not in the, I must have dropped it. Nope, there it is. Lime peel, this is Artex lime peel. Uh-oh, we went out of the frame. Okay, I hope I wasn't out of the frame the whole time. All right, if I was, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna color this the lime peel. It's so appealing. Now I'll go back in with black over this blue. And I'm going to sharpen this black a little bit. I want it to be very pointy. And then I can come into some of these darker areas. Shadow it a little bit more. I might go back in with a pale vermilion a little bit. Oh, I forgot to finish that side up. This is the salmon pink. It's hard to remember what I did. You think after doing so many flowers of the way Chris Cheng is doing these flowers that I would remember how to do it. Mostly I'm just kind of eyeballing it. Gosh, I don't know if you can hear the sleet hitting my window. But it is hitting my window. Okay, I'm gonna ooh. I'm not sure I'm liking that. I don't like what that the salmon pink is doing. Hey view. We're just watching me stretching myself. I'm stretching myself. If I can do it, anybody can. I'm not liking this blend, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm going to call it done because I could sit here for another 20 minutes messing with it. Let's do another one. Ah. This time, we're going to start with Oh, stop that, kitty cat, puppy dog. I'm going to start with the cadmium orange U. I forgot now where I saw it, but it was a colorist that had put numbers on her pencil sets, and it has been, I know a lot of people use the word game changer, not quite a game changer. It's really nice to do. Oh yeah, I forgot the middle. All right, these are the tool art. See, this is one of those things that I tried a little bit of each set and decided that tool art was the one I wanted. It doesn't do little teeny tiny lines, but you know, you have to be very light. Mostly my lines come out dots, which are fine. Okay. Then I'm going to come back in with the Sakura white pin. This is 8. And just, I mean, I could use Posca, but I like this one. I like swatching. I've heard, I don't know how many colorists I've heard now that said they hated swatching. And I think, swatching is fun. You get to see what colors you have, and you get to play with them and get a feel for them. And then when you're done, you put them on these little swatch cards, and you can see what you have. You go, well, I'm going to use polychromos. I need a purple. And you can, okay, there's the purples. Well, I kind of like this purple. So then you get it. I really like it. I'm not sure if that's OCD or just, just what I like. Okay, orange U, and we're going to pretty much do the same as we did with the other. I'm just going to kind of do it differently. I'm not sure I'll finish this on screen. But my goal was to finish this today so I can get it in for January. The January videos, the January completed pages there's not going to be very many of them, because I decided to do some really detailed pictures and it just took me longer. Ooh, that sleet is terrible out there. So I'm going to do poppy red. Yeah. If you watch Chris Chang or Karen on My Colorful Country Life, they will definitely stretch you as far as how many colors you use per thing. It's like, what? How many colors are you going to take to color this one tiny little thing? But then you can write down the color combos and you can decide if you want to use. All of these are going to be kind of similar colored plants, because I really want to be done with these flowers. I've got one more. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I just got nothing but time. Nothing but time. These little color combos, you can decide. I think I want to put more raspberry in a particular one. Like this one's raspberry. I think I might just put a lot more raspberry in this one. That's interesting. Black raspberry. Oh, do need to put some over here. But maybe in this one I don't want as much of the raspberry color. Just a little bit. Except maybe on the shadowy areas. And this one will be really bright, so I don't want a lot of that. I don't know how I'm making it look easy. I'm sweating. I'm like, what am I doing? This is rubbish. I mean, if you do 500 flowers, you're eventually going to be good at it. So just get in there, follow a tutorial for flowers that you like, and then eventually you'll like it. You'll be good at it. Scarlet Lake. I have noticed that I got too much raspberry in this. There's some ways that my coloring has changed, the way I do certain things, and I said, wow, I did that, and that looks pretty good. I don't feel like I'm doing this one very good. I want to go back to a little bit of that orangey color. I think, wow, that's reasonably good. What did I do with my hands? And you start to, well, I start to notice what my hands are doing. And that, I said, ooh, that's pretty good. This is a little bit of black. I'm not crazy about using black here. Let's do raspberry again. Yeah, I feel like I got too much black raspberry in there. Let's go back to scarlet. I guess I can only do one at a time. Now I'm going to try this little trick. I'm going to use white. Make some highlights on there. Still feel like it's kind of blah. Maybe I'll try some pink. Oh, I think I'm going to do blush pink. That was the decision of, I'm not going to use the Artex pink. I'm going to use the blush pink from Prisma because I can feel it. I can feel it on the paper. Yeah. That's what that needed. I think I'm going to add some pink here. So this is Scarlet Red. Because when I put that down on the paper, it didn't feel right. Now see over here, it's fine. But when it was on top of these layers, it doesn't do as many layers. That's not to say that that's a bad thing. It's just, that's what I'm finding. I mean, they're a little harder than Prismas. Some of them are softer. Some of them are the same. Ooh, I like what this is doing over here, so I think I'm going to stick with the scarlet here. And then I think I'll come in with the pink. Kind of help blend that up. I think I'll go in with the black raspberry. Sorry that the picture's way over there. I'm going to flick that raspberry. So it's not just blobbing down. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Catch up with the reading. Not done animals yet. Yeah, there's nothing like Prisma. Yes, I've done that too. View. Yeah. Yeah. I've got my cups I'm drinking of from in a completely different spot, and I've got the containers for water and in a completely different spot. Okay, I'm going to try using the indigo in here instead of black, because black is just too stark. I mean, some places it looks really good, but oop. Ooh, I'm listening to that. All right, I gotta stop playing with that. All right, let's get this done. This is Scarlet Lake again. I'm really liking what the pink's doing with all those colors, so I'm gonna put it down. Let's go with, whoa, sorry. I'm gonna go with this fern green for the middle, because it's supposed to be darker than. Oh well, it's fine. Whatever. Black raspberry. Hey y'all, guess what? I've got 500 subs. Isn't that cool? Let me try the raspberry. It is. Thank you. I'm excited. I want to do a giveaway, but I think I'll make a video so that everybody that wants to be in it can just post right there. Okay, I'm done with those flowers. Look at this bird. Isn't it cool? I just love doing this bird up here. I actually redid or just added more color to the other two birds because my hand had gone over them too much, like that, and I forgot to put down a paper, and I just kind of wanted to bring back their depth, so I really like that. Thanks. I love these birds too. I mean, now I'm thinking I want to do every bird I can find. It really had a good time. Really relaxing doing that. Oh, what time are we at? 10:56. Yeah, I would need to just buckle down and work on this all day and not stop to do anything else, like surf Amazon and all that stuff. Thanks. I like the houses too. I think I'm gonna maybe put, I want that one. Well, that's too dark. That's okay. Do some gray on that door. That one I'll just do all together. And maybe some light umber. Well, it's probably too small to do, to make it look like wood grain, but you know, that almost doesn't look like a door on the outside. It almost looks like it's an open door. You know, like kind of. I don't know. She just forgot to put a doorknob. Let's put the doorknob. She put one there. A magazine color, very detailed. Thanks. Yeah, it's really pretty. I mean, I loved hers, and I enjoyed trying to make mine look like hers. I did some some Prismas and some Arctics on there. That was all right. I mean, I still need to color in some of these windows. Maybe we'll kind of make it look like there could be a little bit of light in there. Welcome back, Dawn. This is aging myself, but there's a song called Delta Dawn. I think it came out in the 70s. I could be wrong. What's that something you have on? Yeah. Now it's playing in my head. I mean, I listened to it as a kid, so all I have is kind of memory of the radio and the TV. The commercials on the TV would say, they would. So, do you remember the commercials that would say, I think I'm going to work on this grass. I know that was random, but I need to work on the grass. The commercials where you could get, they would call them albums. 2 albums with so many songs from from these different artists, and they would play a snippet of each of several of the songs. And so I recognize them that way. And in commercials, they would put them in commercials. Now I've got to look for the grass. Friend of the grass. Okay. All right. I'm 61, and when I was a teenager, I listened to country music all the time. Did you now? That's funny. When I was a kid, we listened to country music for a little while. And then my parents started to go to church, and they stopped listening to so much music from the radio, unless it was on a Christian station. And so I kind of was able to listen to both. And that's pretty much all I listened to most of my growing up, was just Christian radio. Let me see if I can't find. Oh, that's good, that's good, that's good. Nice, all right. Oh, now where's my story? This is Goldenrod from Artex. Oh, and this is stretching too. She doesn't have a tutorial for this section of the grass. Oh, I'm scared. I had a train of thought and I completely lost it. Because I'm looking at this picture of this grass, and I'm like, oh no, how am I going to do this? Just kind of look to see where she's got a little bit of orange. It just might be a matter of kind of just putting in a bunch of little sprigs of grass and seeing what happens. Over here it's going to be a little darker, so songs, that's right, songs. So we just listened to Christian music, and that was fine, and I didn't care, I guess. It didn't bother me. No, we're going to use apple green. Apple green. And so then it was terrible to listen to anything but Christian music in the church I went to. And so I didn't listen to any of it. And then I met some friends at college, and I met my future husband, who's husband now, at the college. And they were listening to rock music, and I thought, that's terrible. Why are you listening to rock music? That's terrible. And because all those years I was taught, oh, it's just terrible. Any of it's just, well, so then I would listen to some of the music that Steve was listening to, and I said, you know, that's kind of a nice song. I kind of like that song. Probably the grass isn't so tall back here. We'll just make it really tiny. You want a nice sharpening pencil for that. We could just say this grass needs to be cut. Oh, Chris Chang. It's called Poppy Flowers Love. That's what she titled it, step by step. And there's 2 parts. And I would just keep going back and forth between the 2. Oh my goodness. Every time that the AC heater goes off, it sounds like it's crackling, you know? Maybe it is. But it sounds really loud, like a giant is chomping, is walking through the grass, walking through the yard. I know it. It's really more of a background than actual grass. You know, that didn't make sense. It is grass. Than exact. It's more of a background than an exact. Yes. Are you gonna talk to people? Yeah. All right. If I don't pet her, she'll start meowing again. Oh no, you need to clean yourself. You're forgetting to clean yourself. Yeah. What comes back? Oh, is it? Oh no. Yikes. Internet frozen? Okay, well, my stream is frozen. Oh, here we go. Good, good. I'm glad it's back on. All right, where wasn't I? Fern green. Okay, there's fern green. I'm gonna sharpen it. If you don't have a Tagal, get one. It is so worth having, and it doesn't cost very much at all. All right, so we've got that. Let's start down here. Oh, Tagal, T-G-A-A-L. Yes, it's like $7. They have some clear ones, like they have a clear, but it's blue, and a black one, and then they have ones that aren't clear. I wanted the clear so that I could see when I'm needing to empty. Here's the trick though. When it's laying down like this on the table, don't pick it up by the end. Just look what will happen. Oh, you can't see that. If you pick it up by the end and you've got too much in there, it's gonna come out like a pepper shaker. So when you pick it up, make sure you pick it up this way. But I like it. And you kind of push in. So it can make really long. It's not super long, but it can make long. On the dial on 5 is long, and then you can make it really short. It is a neat thing. When I first heard about them, I thought, that can't be a very good pencil sharpener. Everybody talks about the Dahl 135 is the greatest thing since sliced bread, you know. And I've got one of those, and it really is nice. It's easier for me to use the Dahl for Black Widows than this one. I don't have anything. Oh, here we go. It still works, but I don't know. It just, see, it works. It works. It's just the feel of it, and I like to put that in the Dahl. But everything else fits really nicely in there. And occasionally I'll get a broken lead from a soft pencil, but that is not a big thing. I'm thinking that, okay, I'm just gonna, I'm just flicking so it gives that appearance of grass. And I'm kind of changing the direction as I go so it looks more natural. I'm by no means a professional grass colorer. I think this one page teaches you so much about coloring different things. Like if you use Chris Ching's video, you will learn how to do flowers, stones, grass, birds, sky, building. I mean, this has it all. I almost want to get the book, a second copy of the book, just so I can do this page again. But then there's other pages that have similar things. Lime peel. The lime peel will just kind of float through there. That's probably too much yellow. I'm getting hungry for lunch. What time is it? 11:16. Okay. Now we're gonna take Prussian blue. Prussian green. This is one of my favorite greens. I'm always going to the Prussian green. Good. I'm so happy about that. I think I'm just going to be on for a little bit longer. What's the matter, Marty? Oh, goodness. Probably ought to do the trees first. I'm not doing this section by section, just kind of all over the place. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, Jennifer, I heard birds in your background. So tell me about your birds. How many do you have? What do you have? Black. Black. What are you using black? I think that was for shadows. Oh. What those are for? Don't know. Because this is shadow for those. Don't know. Guess we can put the shadow. Shadow of some trees back here. 2 green cheap conjures. Okay, haven't heard of those. I don't know what I'm doing, but that's okay. Because we're gonna have fun, that's what I say. Meow. Aw. My cats love me. Meow. Let's go to kelp green. I don't know what this will do. Guess it'll help with the shadow. I think I'm going to go back with that apple green and just put that in the background just so I can fill it in. Yeah. Um, my dogs are here too. They don't make a lot of noise until it's time for the video to be quiet. Then they'll make noise. I think I wanna, where did that fern green go? Gringo. Gringo. I don't think that's the one I wanted. Maybe it is. Oh, not this one. I need to sharpen again. Yeah, they're on their timetable. I'm kind of looking at the other side here and how the grass is. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just experimenting. Trying to kind of match this other side. She makes the weirdest sounds sometimes though. I'm like, honey, are you ill? I'm not sure these look like shadows. Maybe they do. Have confidence your page looks great grass not per thanks. Yeah. I'm think I'm liking it more than I did before. All right, now let's put in a few flowers. Scarlet Lake. Meow. Meow to you. Pocket full of stew. Meow. Meow to you. Pocket full of stew. Meow. Thank you. See, I think this needs to be darker. in this area. So I can get in some of these some of the little flowers. I'm not super good at random. I'm thinking I probably should wait to the end to put on these dots, because I'll probably be doing it again. But I just wanted to demonstrate. Demonstrate some of the flowers. Meow. I think, y'all, I'm gonna go so I can eat lunch and I can watch Connie. So that's CB's Coloring and Crafts. And I'm going to eat some lunch, and then I'm going to jump back into this page and try to finish it today so I can have another page. But like I said at the beginning, I don't have as many pages done because the pages I did are so labor intensive. And so yeah, I've been off more than I can chew, for real. I was going to do all these pages and I didn't get to them, but that's okay. I love this book. If this is the only book I ever had or will have, I would need a lot of copies, but I would be perfectly happy with it because I just really love this book. Yeah. It's definitely a season of learning about different textures, you know. I really love doing this bird, especially. I just had a great time doing that one. I love all the little flicking in there that she had us do to get that effect. So yeah, I love this book. Okay, y'all, I will see you later. If you're going over to Connie's, I'll see you in there. And then I will try to do a live stream on Friday. And I'm going to try to get some more videos out in the in-between. So thanks for coming in and supporting. And I'm also going to do a video that says if you want to be in the drawing, to, you know, comment in the comments of that video, and I will be giving away a Rooms of Wonder book. I actually have a second copy of it, and then I thought it would be much better if I could just have Amazon send it. It would be less shipping cost. So unless you live within maybe an hour of me, probably I will just have Amazon send it. Oh yeah, Jennifer, your voice is so relaxing. I really like listening to it. And yeah, I'm learning to do videos from you, so I'm gonna try to do some more videos and not worry about it. I'll just picture my friends sitting nearby and I'm showing them what I'm doing. Maybe I can get it done. All right, y'all have a great day and have a great week. Stay warm, and I'll see you later. Bye.